just doing a fantastic job of connecting. Maybe that history of Dreamwhistle and Jocam are allowing. We are seeing much more synchronized movement out from NGX. We're seeing more activity coming through. Dreamwhistle, though, has to be careful that bails out before FBZ can roar. Still in danger.
Oh, Dreamwhistle, he's got help on the way, but it might be too late. They've already got the roar off. Mizu trying to help out, but has no chrono available. He's going to try and back his way out of there as they do at least kill. Skim, can they find a bit more? Unleash Pop, Jackie Thunderdrop might just go down and does. Oh, maybe they clean up here in GX. Still trying up DPC, but here comes Yopaj. Coming right in. Onto the puck they go. Do they have the lockdown though, Tims? Not gonna land the Earth Spike as Mizu jumps back in after FBZ, but the Hawk. Time. Is there in time? The Beastmaster will still drop as Yopaj trying to move back in for another kill attempt, but Tims now is the one in danger as they do find the Void, but Tims, he's trapped up, he's gonna drop. Yopaj, he'll find Jocam, but that should be enough. Or is it? He's thinking again to try and move back in onto the park as Alacrity will avoid the silence and is gonna juke out the Death Prophet. That'll be enough. Still a decent cleanup from NGX.SEA. Boom Esports once again throwing another team fight.
Yeah, they just constantly clump up in, and NGX, they're starting to get a lot of value out from the time dilation here on Mizu. He did go for the +6 DPS per cooldown as well. I mean, it's not a massive amount, but you do pop these big spells on one hero, and suddenly the Void comes in with a time dilation that can slow you down pretty badly. We're seeing the follow through come through from NGX, and Boom.
Power up muna! Join the Mountain Dew Power Up the Tropa promo. Enjoy a dew, feel the label, and get the chance to win in-game rewards from Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Or Call of Duty Mobile, plus millions worth of prizes, including the grand prize, the gaming laptops, and training sessions with pros. Mountain Dew Power Up the Tropa promo. Sana na!
I think with Yopaj and kind of with Jackie as well, not the biggest network deficit for a huge item lead. So it's still playable for NGX despite being racks down. They just need to be cautious about giving some openings. They have to play together as a team. If they start getting picked off one by one but no follow-up, that's where Boom starts to shine here.
Absolutely. Big smoke up, Boom. They're going to try once again, but Boom Boy, perfect position on the Tree Protector. He does break the smoke. And again, you pick up the tree, but this is not what you want. If you're Boom, it's just not the kill. Mind you, he is down for another minute and a half, so 90 seconds worth of time to get something done, and Roshan is going to be up in 10. It's the one saving grace here for Boom. They could go for Roshan. They don't have to worry about the tree.
Yeah, they don't have to worry about that deep push in the side lane. They don't have to worry about the blink overgrowth while they're trying to go for the Rosh. Gives him a huge opening in Rosh number 3, and that is with a free Ag's Blessing as well. So that could be massive. Passing on the Ag's Blessing onto, say, Jackie here could be big in opening up the high ground push.
They haven't seen it, John.
That's a bit surprising. I thought a flare went out from Scam. No Hawks out either. Focusing on the objectives. And that is buying enough time for NGX to get a respawn here if they don't spot it.
Now they see it. The Hawk is there. That previous rocket flare you talked about, it was a couple seconds a bit too early. So they see the Roshan, but they're choosing to try and force high ground instead. No, pings are out. They've got to go back. I mean, NGX, even without the Tree Protector, they have proven how powerful they can be. And you land a nice chrono into a very nice Starbreaker here from Dreamwhistle. Just so much damage being pumped out. And keep in mind, Dreamwhistle, he's about to get that the full Daedalus up very soon. In conjunction with the Luminosity crit, that is going to hurt quite a lot. I think Dreamwhistle's already critting for what, 800-900?
Very, very bouncing. He's going to have to work extra hard up against that Aegis and Cheese that Boom will find themselves in. Does look like they will give Jackie the axe. So again, IFD Storm on the buildings, double IFD Storm hitting onto those buildings should enable the high ground from Boom, start to allow them to find more objectives. NGX, we have to see some of that magical team fight come out again. We have to see Jocam get those big dispose saves, those big dispose isolations that they've been able to do, especially when Yopaj overextends, and kind of keep that punishment game up. Boom, They have good angles onto the top. The Rax is still there. They've been trying onto the top Rax for a while. They are choosing to play it a little bit more safe, NGX for their part. They're still building up, as you mentioned, Mike, Dreamocell, inching towards that Daedalus. You are already at the Octarine timing here for Alacrity. Only needs about 60 gold for the buyback, so he's still fairly safe. Octarine plus the Spell Prison, this puck is... It's just so scary to try and stop it. Alacrity has so many angles to go into backline. It's hard to stop him. With the Dagon cooldown being a bit lower as well, his burst damage is kind of funny. It's at that point of the game where puck is just kind of funny to watch.
16.5 seconds on that Dagon, that's going to be fun. Dagon 3. It's not Dagon 5 yet, at least, John. It still hurts quite a lot, though, that's for sure. See how this all pans out as they are going to start moving in. Rax under siege once again. Couple buybacks available as Dispose is there on Jackie. He does have the Aegis up with the refresher. Dreamer Soul already getting rid of most of HP. Dreamer Soul is going to, rather, Jackie is going to go down. Alacrity finding one life. That'll force the BKB out, and they're going to let the units do the rest of it. They have popped Exorcism though. Dispose is there again. Japoi is being targeted, but he does have cheese up. They'll get the Rax, and that's going to be enough. And the cheese being forced out to be taken there by Yopaj, just eaten up just in case the chrono came out. NGX.SEA, they're going to be left with one lane of barracks left in the mid lane. The net worth lead is going to extend to 11k now for Boom Esports. But like you kind of mentioned earlier, the net worth at this point doesn't really seem to matter so much anymore. It's all about who can actually...
I think it's going to take a couple of perfect team fights, not just one. There's still a tier 2 defending all the outer lanes. There's still a tier 1 down bot as well. They don't have a good angle to equalize that laning advantage Boom has, or the map control advantage they do have with 2 Raxes up. So it's a bit of a tough position. It's an 11k lead, which again doesn't matter much, as you pointed out as well there, Mike, but you are solidifying that lead. NGX isn't able to keep up as much. They've kind of lost that equality in terms of build-up over time. They still have the threat of the team fight. They still have the damage crew from Alacrity. They still have a couple of buybacks ready to go as well. So they just need to find an angle. They're working on to support items next. Boomboy trying to go for the refresh. Double overgrowth's going to be big. If it drags long enough where you get Treant Ags, I think that's where the game stalls out. If you hit something like Treant Ags here for NGX, that makes it infinitely harder for Boom to find anything done.
That it does. Boom, they're on the hunt again. Boy, this time around, just going to try and avoid them. Does do so as Yopaj unable to find him. In the meantime, FBZ has picked up a full-side device now on the Beastmaster, so another great way of just locking down these heroes. And again, Dream Assault, he's got the Lincolns up, no BKB, but he does have the BKB with the shards. That side device, it could ruin him, it could ruin Alacrity, it could ruin Mizu. Very good item pickup here from FBZ to try and counter these 3 cores out. Boom once again paying their respects and being very patient here to NGX.SEA. Stream Assault, he does actually in fact have enough gold for the Daedalus, but he is going to hold on to that buyback gold. Needs a little bit more to get the full Daedalus up. With buyback included as Boom. Something a little bit cheeky here, John, through the bot lane. They're going to try and sneak up. Drums are popped. They are rushing very slowly. It's a very slow kind of pace. So it's going to be a counter smoke now from NGX.SEA. Vision was there, however, but I don't believe the vision caught them smoke. Jackie, right into the tier 3 tower. He'll force them back. No smoke for you. Or is there? Mizu gonna jump in. Chrono is out already on the Razor. As Japoi has jumped down. Hookshot is there. Jackie still dropping his down. As Japoi now caught out. It's gonna be a lot of damage coming in from NGX.SEA as they found a double. Even a triple. Alacrity just wiping them out. FBZ, he'll TP away, and Tim's will run the old-fashioned way. Eventually getting the TP off. They cannot cancel his. A very interesting strategy there from Boom, but certainly not paying off in the way they hoped for.
Yeah, they tried to go through backdoor. Sure, you have Razor Ags. It's still not the fastest to go through backdoor like that. And they didn't have a creep wave anywhere near, and they clump up. We talked about this, really.
to evolve together and evolve for the future. That's friendship in a game well played. Get Go Plus 99 and go play with Glow Prepaid.
Solar Guardian is going to fly in onto FBZ. He cannot underestimate the damage output. Dreamer Cell. Oh, he's got him.
Oh my god.
He's picked him off from the low ground. I mean, you've got BKB up, but the Starbreaker damage, it's just so high. And he's got 2 charges of it here, John.
It's ramping up, Mike. Daedalus up for Dreamer Cell. Overwhelming Blink next. I'm loving the build-up on Alacrity as well, going for the Revenant Scrooge. And just kind of go for an E-Blade afterwards, then this puck is just a running death machine with a cooldown reduction. So it's getting a bit scary for Boom. We're at that point where you asked me earlier who outscales. You have a Razor, which is a great hardcore, but you're still up against so much BKB Pierce. You're still up against really slippery heroes. Your hardest stun, your best stun is probably just Blink and Hex, or Blink and Roar Hex, which are great, but we're seeing NGX just stay so disciplined. You even have that refresh already up for Boom Boy, double overgrowth ready. Managed to find the next Roshan here in NGX, hand that Ags over to Boom Boy, and they can hold forever. Just plant the eyes all over the map, keep deep pushing creep wave. Even with only 1 Rax standing here for NGX, Boom can't pierce. And now NGX is the lead. 2K up, 32 to 27. This is one hell of a game, Mike. I don't know if I expected this coming in with Dreamer Cell to reinvigorate NGX, but it seems to be paying off for NGX.
I mean, he's been having a great game, John. 12, 5, and 11 on the Dawnbreaker, and I mean, props to Nat. She pointed out to us that, you know, other regions are making Pause 1 Dawnbreaker work. You know, I was a bit question mark on it. I didn't say it was trash or ugly, Mike. You know, that's your opinion, man. I didn't say it was trash. I'm a Dawnbreaker player, John. I didn't say it was trash. I just said the other regions were trash. It's a very big difference, John. And I stand by those words.
Hey, if weaker regions can make it work, then Southeast Asia can surely make it work, right?
Very
so,
true.
you know, there
Very
you go.
True, John.
I mean,
the top 2 towers gone, John. I think we've got a comeback on our hands. Dota Plus currently is almost agreeing with us. It's 48% to 52. Still the way of Boom, but it's a very close match. Here we go.
This is...
It's a 4-man smoke here, Jonathan. Mizu, if he could land a big chrono, this could change everything. Off the mark. Tim's, Hex is out. He's got the Marcy, but there's going to be no follow-up to it. Boom. They are very scared right now, it seems. Well, they are still holding the high ground, but they understand they can't win the next team fight. Things could go very south for them. Still plenty of buybacks available on both sides.
9. You crit on top of the Luminosity, you crit on top of the Daedalus, you jump into the Overwhelming Leg. He has 3.8k HP with 16 plus 34 armor. Like, this guy is a massive tank with way too much damage.
Oh, Overgrowth is there as well. Boom Boy gonna hold them down as Dreamer Cell almost took them out, and now the Dream Coil gonna hold them down even further. In fact, Mizu, he's gonna jump in. Boom Esports, they're in big trouble. NGX.SEA trying to make this work is now Jackie. He'll pop his BKB and try to fight back, but Dreamer Cell in with the Starbreaker, connecting on 2, and he's got Jackie hold down.
What?
Oh boy, NGX.SEA, they take down 3 of them. Boom, they're the ones that need to back out of there. As Tim's even caught out here by Joe Cam. It's going to be a triple kill for Dreamer Cell. And Roshan, it's going to respawn. Do they see it? I don't think they do, John.
I think the orb actually had lingering vision there, so they should know, but they see this opportunity. They want to maybe force those buybacks first, and then dip back for the Roche. They don't have their big team fight spells up, though, on the side of NGX, so this can be a bit scary, but Boom, they're not going for the buybacks yet.
Well, they're going to have to now. Tim's will commit his own. Maybe they're just trying to hold off to see how greedy NGX.SEA get. You know, just surprise them with the FBZ and Jackie buyback, but no, for now, it's only going to be 1 lane of racks taken. But more importantly, Roshan is up. We'll see if they did indeed see that Roshan, and it does seem like they have, John. They're rushing right towards the pit. It's got everything available on it.
Oh, no.
This could be a real troublesome moment here for Boom, but for NGX.SEA, it's a great moment.
Yeah, this is a massive turn. 11k lead now for NGX. 1 racks to equalize in the one lane that they have their your own rats intact, so it kind of evens out the map just a little bit more. Secondary life for Dreamocell. Ag's upgrade available for Mizu to kind of dance around with his time walk as well. Refresh and Cheese left though. Someone's got to pick that stuff up. You'd want an extra over here.
Fighting. Scam already caught. Dreamocell will take him down. John, he's 17, 5, and 11 now on this hero. This is his debut reappearance back into the scene.
Well, technically no, right? You know, he did stand in for the Apes last tour that one time when Jacroy couldn't play. So that didn't end up too well. But this is going extra special for Dreamocell. He is looking good. He's, you know, kind of proving point up against Old Boom, and onto the high ground they go. 2 lives on Dreamocell. Abyssal Blade up. He has so much damage. He has so much HP. This just doesn't feel fair. Like, they can't stop him. He's just so patient.
X is out. Overgrowth though. Boom Boy gonna catch 3 of them. Now the mana drain actually flying out onto a couple targets. So Mizu is jumping in for a big chrono. He's got 3 targets, but they've caught Dreamocell in it. He's dying to the exorcism, and he's gonna go down. So they accidentally give the first Aegis away for free. In they go again for another team fight. Jackie, he'll statically go away though. Dreamocell in trouble. Now they've got Alacrity on the puck, but he's still fine. He'll go for a phase shift up. Another Hex is there. Tibbs will lock him down. In fact, it was FBZ on the Beastmaster. But the puck somehow still alive. Gonna blink right back out. All back in. Jackie still in trouble. This Razor as the day gone is there trying to help him out. Is Japoy, but it's not going to be enough. Jackie's gone. He'll commit buyback on the Razor as NGX.SEA. They are still trying to rush forward. Another Starbreaker out onto the Idol. They've got him down. No buyback available. Onto FBZ, they'll take him out as well. Is this going to be a GG call? It will be Skim. He's called it. NGX.SEA pulling off the combat and the upset against Boom Esports. And what a return of Dreamocell. Jonathan Randy's back, and he gets his sweet, sweet revenge in game 1 against his former teammate.
Oh my god. Can you imagine 2 old Boom members on NGX's side? Randy, Muhammad, Dreamocell, Sao Petro with Jokam, Traikunkuro up against Boom. The only old member left, FBZ, equal, and they managed to beat him. It wasn't like an overwhelming win, right? You have to give props. NGX looked strong, but so did Boom. They had their conditions met. They were building up. They were finding those early objectives. But NGX had composure. They weren't, you know, jumping around, forcing these fights. They took their time. They had Dreamocell farm up. He hits the Desolator, and it looks pretty nice. Not enough. They keep farming up. Alacrity does a lot of good work on the puck. I think the stand-up, everyone played so well. But Jokam, with those disposes on the high ground defense, that's what set them up, along with Muzu's Chronos. But those 2 working as a unit to isolate Yopaj when he was going up, it just gave these openings, and Boom had no counterplay for that. They had nothing defensive to save these cores when the Aether Lens and Keen Optic and the Psychic Handband were there for the dispose. You just get tossed back into the high ground, you can't do anything.
It is an insane amount of range, and the amount of tossback is kind of ridiculous. Still, we are going to head off to a very short break, and of course, right after that break, we'll be back with our panel for game number 2's draft. We'll see you then.
This is so sick.
Can we just go back to playing games now?
Abilities. That's how you own the future with Go Plus 99 from Glow Prepaid.
Mukhang kailangan nila ng respa.
Power up muna! Join the Mountain Dew Power Up the Tropa promo. Enjoy a dew, deal the label, and get a chance to win in-game.
From the dead clutches of Boom, you know. I try to put it as
Dead clutches of Boom.
yeah. I mean, look, Boom, they looked great. They were looking really good. Came out of lane phase on top. They were taking team fights. They were turning things that really they had no right in winning. But at the end of the day, the high ground push from them just did not succeed. Feel.
Yeah, I mean they kept trying it, but like Marcy, repositioning hero. You're playing this DP. You're trying to go high ground. Yopaj died twice in a row while trying to go high ground without even getting the barracks. You're playing as a Treant Protector as well, so if you don't finish it in the first go, it's going to get healed up. And then moments like these too, you see Jackie's like trying to get the buildings here, and like it felt so forced by Boom that they wanted to hit these buildings, whereas like you shouldn't be. Like you should just be getting the advantage, eventually get a pick off, and if Enigma wants to stay in their base forever, then let them. Otherwise you run the risk of things like this happening where you try going high ground time and time again and just end up losing your advantage by trying to do it.
The gold lead ends up swinging in NGX's favor, and then they're winning team fights like this. They're slowly but methodically coming back into it, and I guess they didn't have the same struggles when they pushed high ground sheep.
Yeah, I mean it felt like Boom was missing items or something to go high ground, because we saw Razor with an Aegis using top racks, and he just gets super like bust down, I guess. Like Huck has his Dagon, they're just like long range kind of wear him down, they kill him, they take his Aegis, and then suddenly the push is over and you can't do anything. I don't know if they need like a couple of Lincolnses or they just need to commit a BKB to try to get the racks or what. I don't know. It's really hard and rough, but this is why, like what Fear said is right, they need to choke out the net worth more, because at that point when Nigma were going high ground, they had their items, they had what they needed, they were stronger than Boom, so they could just go high ground.
The other surprising thing on the side of NGX.SEA that worked surprisingly well was the Faceless Void being in the offlane.
I'm pogging, it's on my face. If anyone knows my stream or anything, they know I played a lot of offlane Void. I love it. So I was so hyped to see this game. I, of at least this patch, have deemed it trash. In the wise words of Mike. I don't know. I think like the hero seems kind of terrible in that role, and I think Mizu made it look terrible for the first 15 minutes at least. Yeah. Okay, no, it's the hero that looks terrible. He's a fine player, but it was just the problem of like you basically become you spam your W basically to have your game impact. Your chrono is very low damage, especially on this lineup where they didn't have any synergy like a Snapfire. Like the chronos would barely kill a lion, or he would chrono 2 people and then nothing would happen to them, and this was like a lot of the case for a lot of the game. But then as the game went on, it just got better. It's not like he bought items that made him have damage to do in the chrono. He bought like a Wraith Pack and a Lotus. It was very low damage, but I think like isolating heroes away from the fight so that the rest of them could just like kill the others was like really impactful. We would see like all this overwhelming team fight of like double treant roots, like the puck coil, and it felt like it was very hard for Boom to fight into that when like Yopaj, for example, the strongest hero on their team, was just getting chrono and just had to sit there like and watch. And like Mizu was making it look great. He got the shard as well. I can talk about this forever, by the way, I'm sorry.
No,
he got the shard and he was like constantly jumping in, you know, like using his spells, jumping back out. Like, he was such a nuisance. Like Mizu played it really, really nice faceless void off lane, like after like the 15-minute mark.
That's not forever.
I mean, I'm being respectful of the show.
No, it wasn't safe.
That's how you own the future with Go Plus 99 from Glow Prepaid.
And they're just like cleaning up their late game here and their decision making.
Yeah. Hopefully Boom aren't too defeated from that. It was still a fantastic showing from them. And with game number 2 just around the corner, we'll see if they're able to bounce back.
You think you know me? Say I'm as cold-hearted as they come. You think I'm slowly cutting my ties with you, that I'm done. Here's what you don't know. Feelings, they grow slow. I've just been caring for mine. Now I can feel it. Now I've been in the name of love, in the name of defeat.
GG na naman po!
Mukhang kailangan nyo ng respa.
Power up muna! Join the Mountain Dew Power Up the Tropa promo. Enjoy a dew, deal the label, and get a chance to win in-game rewards for Mobile Legends Bang Bang or Call of Duty Mobile, plus millions worth of prizes, including the grand prize in the gaming laptops, at training sessions with pros. Mountain Dew Power Up the Tropa promo. Sana na!
On Beyond the Summit.
We couldn't do the Southeast Asia DPC without the players, but we also couldn't do it without our partners. And one of our partners is Mate. They are caffeine reimagined, more day and more night. Do you want to finish the recipe?
No.
Oh, do you want to do it together?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get 30% off using the code BTS?
Beat.
Dota, yeah, BTS Dota. Good work, King. Yes, that is
I
the
forgot
code.
it. I'm sorry.
You can use it, BTS Dota for 30% off. Or you can head over to bts.gg/
Mate.
for more information. Hey, she got it. There's also free shipping in a number of countries, so you guys can head over there, figure it all out, see if you can get 30% off and also free shipping. So shout out to that partner of ours. Thank you so much, Mate. Game number 2, though, between NGX.SEA, Boom, going to be underway very, very soon. We saw Dreamcell do fantastic on the Dawn when it got to the
Do it again. Do it again.
I was going to say, got to the later stages. I think he ended up going 19-5, something like that.